Let's talk about something we've all dealt with at least once in our careers. The jerk manager. You know the one. The person with the title who uses it like a weapon. The manager who talks down to people, ignores feedback, abuses their authority, or just makes work miserable for everyone around them. In this video, we're going to talk about what a jerk manager looks like, and most importantly, what you can do about it. I've been an HR professional for 30 years, and I can tell you, some of the behavior I've seen from managers will make your head spin. I once had a hospital CEO throw a golf ball at my head because I disagreed with him. Another time I worked for a business owner who laughed when her college-age daughter told me to keep working hard so she could maintain her expensive lifestyle. So when I talk about jerk managers, I'm not speaking hypothetically, and I'm guessing many of you have your own stories. If you do, drop them in the comments. You're definitely not alone. Here's the thing. Dealing with a jerk manager isn't funny when you're in it. Work is hard enough without someone abusing their power, dismissing your contributions, or creating an environment of fear or frustration. And while you can't control someone else's behavior, there are ways to protect yourself and, in many cases, make that behavior stop. Before we get into strategies, I want you to repeat something out loud. Seriously, say it with me. If you don't document it, it didn't happen. Say it again. If you don't document it, it didn't happen. This is your mantra, not just for jerk managers, but for almost every workplace issue you'll ever face. First and foremost, the best way to protect yourself from a jerk manager is to follow the rules and meet performance expectations. Read the employee handbook, read the policies, read your job description, understand your performance evaluation, follow the SOPs. Why? Because when conflict happens, credibility matters, and strong performance gives you leverage. Now let's be honest, some managers are jerks no matter how good you are at your job. And that's what we're really talking about today. Documentation means writing down facts, not emotions. You want to capture dates and times, exact words used as close as possible, who was present, what happened before and after. Create a real file. Not notes scattered everywhere. A single organized record. And here's the key. Your documentation must be accurate. If you exaggerate or editorialize, you lose credibility. And once that's gone, people stop taking you seriously. It's also important to remember this. There is power in numbers. You have the right to talk to your coworkers about working conditions. And a jerk manager absolutely qualifies. Ask others if they're having similar experiences. If it's just you, you may need to move forward alone. But if others are experiencing the same behavior, encourage them to document as well. Multiple, consistent accounts carry real weight, especially in HR investigations. Eventually, if you want the behavior to stop, you'll need to take your documentation to HR or senior leadership. Bring copies, not originals. Leave the copies with HR or the leader you meet with. When you approach them, this is critical. Be respectful. Be professional. Stick to facts. If you come across as trying to get revenge or get someone in trouble, you won't be taken seriously. Your goal is simple, to stop the behavior. And immediately after that meeting, you guessed it, document the meeting, word for word as close as possible. In most cases, HR will investigate. That means interviewing you, interviewing coworkers, interviewing the manager. Often managers aren't fully aware of how they're coming across, and many do change once the behavior is addressed. But sometimes they don't, and sometimes they retaliate. Any form of retaliation is prohibited and must be documented and reported immediately. If retaliation continues, or if HR fails to act, you'll have decisions to make. You can escalate to executive leadership, or you can take your documentation to an attorney for guidance. Sometimes that leads to a letter. Sometimes it leads to an EEOC complaint. Sometimes it leads to tough decisions. I want to be clear here. I'm not a lawyer. This is my opinion based on experience, not legal advice. You could do everything right and still get fired. That's the uncomfortable truth. Some organizations are led by jerks at the top, but if that happens, your documentation becomes your protection. Dealing with a jerk manager is never easy, but you do have options. Stay professional, follow the rules, document everything, and decide your next steps with intention. If you found this helpful, Please like and subscribe so I can keep sharing what I've learned to help you navigate today's workplace. Thanks for watching HR Behind the Scenes.